Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand here today in support of SB 1466. Here's a little history lesson for everyone that could tell us a lot about why we face the situation that we inherited today. In the 2008-2009 budget year, the previous governor and legislature made a monumental decision. At that time, at the bottom of the worst recession since the Great Depression, they decided to continue their reckless spending policies even though revenue was way down. Keep in mind that it took over 200 years to get to a $20 billion budget in Pennsylvania, and only 8 years of the previous governor to get to a $28 billion budget. Obviously, this was unsustainable. So rather than doing the responsible thing, which was either raise taxes or cut spending, they appropriated over $2 billion in federal stimulus money to cover the loss. They took a bet. Their bet was that this would hold the Commonwealth over until the economy would recover. Unfortunately, that never happened. Let's fast forward to 2010. The people of Pennsylvania were watching, and they had decided that they had had enough with these reckless spending policies. So what happened? Despite Pennsylvania having over 1.2 million more Democrats than Republicans, they elected a Republican governor by over 10 points and gave the House and the Senate massive Republican majorities. None of us made it a secret in our campaigns that we were going to hold the line on taxes and live within our means. Mr. Speaker, I believe we have answered the call of the people. We are governing in a fiscally responsible manner while funding our most important priorities. Let's look at public education in my district, the 131st. The Allentown School District is getting over a $7,600,000 increase in state funding over last year, including $4 million in distressed funding that Senator Brown and myself had fought for. East Penn School District is getting over a $1,400,000 increase. Salisbury School District, $375,000. Southern Lehigh, $680,000. And Saucon Valley, over $565,000. With regard to human services, we took a proposed 20% cut and added over $84 million. We also added over $17.8 million to reduce the MR waiting list by 700 special education graduates and 430 individuals on the waiting list with elderly caregivers. We're doing other things too. We're funding our pension liabilities, we're funding our environmental programs, and we've level funded hospitals and nursing homes. Mr. Speaker, I believe we are answering the people's call. I will conclude with this. In 1988, a former president said this: "Read my lips, no new taxes." In 2010, House Republicans said the same thing. But there's a difference between the two. We are actually delivering on our promise while funding our most important priorities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.